Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn about IELTS Writing Task 2. In this lesson, we are going to focus on a discussion essay. We are going to learn how to write the introduction. In the next lesson, I'm going to upload a video about how to write the main body and the conclusion of this discussion essay. Now, before we begin the lesson, I would just like to point out a few things about IELTS Writing Task 2. Usually, you should spend 40 minutes on writing task 2. You get 40 minutes. You should write over 250 words. If you write below 250 words, you will get penalized. You should write over 250 words. That means more than 250 words. But do not go beyond 300. Reason being, you have very little time, and also the more you write, the higher the chance is of making mistakes. Remember that your IELTS Writing Task 2 is worth 66% of your total writing marks. You will be marked on 1. Task response, 2. Coherence and cohesion, 3. Vocabulary, and 4. Grammar. Now, Academic Writing Task 2 is a formal essay. You could also get common types of essays such as an opinion essay, a discussion essay, advantage, disadvantage essay, and so on. General training students, task 2 is the same as the academic IELTS. So whether you are a general training student or an academic student, writing task 2 is the same for everyone. The essay is written in the same way and the scoring is the same. The only difference is that the general training essay questions are often easier and the topics are simpler. All words will be counted, even small or repeated words. Now, this essay is for both general training and academic students. So remember, when it comes to your discussion essay, or rather writing task 2, you should have at least a minimum of 4 paragraphs. You're aiming for 4 paragraphs because remember, you only have 40 minutes to write your essay. Now let us get into our question. What is the question? The question is, some people think that the internet has improved the quality of our life, while others think that it has made it worse. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. Now, in this question, first thing, it is extremely important that you understand the question. This question is saying that some people think that the internet has improved the quality of our life, but others think that it has made it worse. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. Now, how do you write the introduction? When it comes to the introduction, the examiner is simply looking for the background statement in your introduction and the thesis statement. What is the background statement? The background statement is simply a paraphrase of IELTS statement, but you have to ensure that you retain the meaning. In other words, you have to rewrite IELTS statement. You write it in your own words, but remember, you are also allowed to retain some words. However, you have to ensure that the meaning is the same. Okay? Now, let us begin looking at how we are going to paraphrase IELTS statement to ensure that we have a background statement. Now, we have to think of word synonyms. Let us begin. Some people think that. So instead of saying some people, I have changed that to certain people. So instead of some people, I have certain people. Think that, I have replaced that with are of the opinion that. Okay? Certain people are of the opinion that, and some people think that. Those two expressions mean exactly the same. I have changed some, it has become certain. People are people, so that stays the same. Think that, I have replaced that with are of the opinion that. Okay, so take note of that. Some people think that, you replace that with certain people are of the opinion that. And then the next word is the internet. Now, the internet remains the internet. We do not replace that. So we have the internet remaining the same. And then we move on. Has improved. I have replaced that with has enhanced, because improved is a synonym of enhanced. Some people think that the internet has improved. Certain people are of the opinion that the internet has enhanced. Enhanced is a synonym of improved. And then the next word is the quality of our life, the quality. So I have replaced quality with standard. Quality has been replaced with standard because standard is a synonym for quality. And then the next one is of our life. Of our life. I have replaced that with of our livelihood. Livelihood, because livelihood is a synonym for life. The quality of our life. The standard of our livelihood. Those two phrases mean exactly the same. Let's move on further. While others think that. While others think that. Now, I have replaced that with whilst. Others are of the view that. Okay? Whilst others are of the view that. IELTS statement is while others think that. So while has been replaced with whilst. Okay? And then others remains the same. Are, and then the other one is think. While others think. Whilst others are of the view that. So I have replaced think with are of the view that. Okay? I have replaced think with are of the view that. And then the next one is it has made it worse. It has made it worse. I have replaced that with it has led to a deterioration. It has made it worse. I have replaced that with it has led to a deterioration. So what I have replaced there is it has, it remains the same, it has, and then made, I have replaced it with led. It has led to, it has made. Those two mean the same. It has led to, it has made it. Okay? And then we have the word worse. I have replaced worse with deterioration. It has made it worse. It has led to a deterioration. Deterioration means to make something worse. Okay? Deterioration means to make something worse. So it has led to a deterioration means exactly the same as it has made it worse. So that is how you write the background statement. All you have to do is paraphrase IELTS statements, but retain the meaning. Remember, you are allowed to retain some words. You notice some words, I have not changed them. Like, for example, the word internet. I haven't changed that because the internet is the internet. And then people, I retained that as well. Certain people, some people, okay? Now, you could also, instead of writing certain people are of the opinion that, you could also replace that with some are of the opinion that, okay? Certain people are of the opinion that, you could also replace that with some are of the opinion that, okay? Some are of the opinion that, or you could replace that with some are of the view that, some are of the view that, okay? All those phrases will be good replacements for some people think that, okay? Some people think that, certain people are of the opinion that, some are of the opinion that, or some are of the view that, okay? Now, when it comes to the thesis statement, so you begin your introductory paragraph. Remember, you should write just one introductory paragraph. In that introductory paragraph, there should be a background statement and there should be a thesis statement. You notice my background statement is just one sentence. It is just one sentence, and I would recommend that you do exactly that. You can write one or two sentences for your background statement, but if IELTS statement is one statement, then just write one sentence as well. If IELTS statement is one sentence, then just replace that with one sentence in your background statement. Maximum 2 sentences. So now let's move on to the thesis statement. What should you put in your thesis statement? What is the examiner looking for in your thesis statement? Now, in your thesis statement, the examiner wants you to state your opinion in regards to whether you agree or disagree with IELTS statement. Do you agree or do you disagree with it? Do you agree or do you disagree with IELTS statement? What is your opinion? That is what the examiner wants you to write in your thesis statement. That is all they're looking for. Okay? Now, let us see how to write it. From my standpoint, I personally recommend that you always begin your thesis statement with some of these expressions, such as in my opinion, or from my standpoint, or in my view. Okay? All these statements signal to the examiner that you are about to state your opinion. So you can begin your thesis statement by saying, in my opinion, or I am of the opinion that, okay, in my opinion, or I am of the opinion that, or from my standpoint, okay, I strongly believe that. This is very important because you are now emphasizing your opinion. You are emphasizing your point of view. So from my standpoint, I strongly believe that, or you can write, in my opinion, I strongly believe that, or you can write, from my perspective, I strongly believe that. The internet has definitely raised the quality of our standard of living. Remember, there are two sides to this argument. Some people think that the internet has improved the quality of our life. That is one opinion. And then we have another opinion. Some people think that the internet has made our life worse. So those are two opinions that we have in that statement. So in your thesis statement, you need to choose one of them, okay? Do you agree or do you disagree? Now, some students choose to agree and disagree. You can do that, but that becomes very tricky when you have to write an essay in 40 minutes. So personally, I recommend you take a stand. Either agree or disagree. Okay? When you have a choice, then just agree or disagree in your thesis statement. So state your opinion. And in this case, my opinion is that the internet has definitely raised the quality of our standard of living. Now you notice that I have replaced IELTS original words with my own words because remember, you're still going to be marked for vocabulary. Okay, so from the introduction, you want to let the examiner know that you should be getting a very high band because your vocabulary is good. So the internet, I have left it as the internet. And then because in the thesis statement, it's all about stating my opinion, I have used a number of words that reinforce my statement. I started off with from my standpoint, and then I said, I strongly believe that. Those two phrases, from my standpoint and I strongly believe that, signal very clearly to the examiner that I am stating my opinion. But that's not all. I have also used another word to emphasize my opinion, and that is the word definitely. Definitely. Okay? Definitely. So the internet has definitely, that really emphasizes my opinion. Now, raised the quality of our standard of living. So instead of saying improved, this time in IELTS statement, it is the internet has improved. So in my thesis statement, instead of writing improved, I am writing raised. It has raised the quality of our life. So I have put raised, but I have retained the quality of our, instead of life, I have written standard of living. Okay? instead of life, I have replaced that with our standard of living. The internet has improved the quality of our life. That is IELTS statement. In my statement, I have the internet has definitely raised the quality of our standard of living. Okay? Now, so what I would advise you is, once it comes to your introduction, write 2 sentences. You can see I have 1 sentence for my background statement, and I have 1 sentence for my thesis statement. Okay? Remember to introduce your thesis statement with words or connectors that we use to reinforce our opinions. For example, in my opinion, I strongly believe that, okay? Or I am of the opinion that, or you can use from my standpoint, I strongly believe that. Remember, in your thesis statement, you're simply stating your opinion. That's all there is to it. Okay? Now, the other thing that I would like to point out is, please, when it comes to in your introduction, when it comes to the background statement, do not copy IELTS statement as your background statement. Do not simply write IELTS statement there. IELTS will not take it because those are not your own words. Those words belong to IELTS. Okay? So you have to paraphrase, you have to replace those words with your own words, but ensure that you retain the meaning. Okay? Now, this brings me to the next section of our lesson, where I'm just going to give you a few tips to ensure that you write your introduction correctly. Tip number 1, ensure that in your background statement, you paraphrase IELTS statement but retain the meaning. Remember, you are allowed to retain some words, okay? Some words, you don't have to change them. Like in my case, I did not change words like the internet, for example. I let that stay exactly the way it is. Now, some phrases that you can borrow from my essay that will be very helpful in your writing task 2 when it comes to words, expressions, or phrases such as "some people think that." You can replace that with "certain people are of the opinion that," or "some are of the opinion that," or "some believe that." Okay? And then when it comes to the word "while others think that," while others think that, you can replace while with the word whilst. Okay, that is a very high band vocabulary. Whilst. While others think that, whilst others are of the view that. And then remember the word was. You can replace that with the word deterioration or deteriorate. Okay? And then when it comes to your thesis statement, remember you just need to state your opinion in regards to whether you agree or disagree with the statement. Okay? That's all you have to do. Now, if you agree with a statement, then ensure that your opinion matches that. If you disagree with a statement, then make sure that your opinion matches that. If you disagree, then you could write your thesis statement. For example, in this case, you could say, "I agree that the internet has indeed improved the quality of our life. But on the other hand, I still feel that it has made the quality of our life better." Okay? Or rather, I strongly believe that the internet has indeed improved the quality of our life, but on the other hand, I am convinced that it has made it worse. Okay? I strongly believe that the internet has indeed improved the quality of our life, but on the other hand, I am convinced that it has also made it worse. Now, if you choose to disagree, If you choose to agree and disagree, then you can write that. Okay? I strongly believe that the internet has improved the quality of our life, but I'm also convinced that it has made the quality of our life worse. You can also do that, okay? Because all you have to do in the thesis statement is state your opinion. Agree and disagree if that's what you want. Or agree, or you can choose, I'm just going to disagree, okay? Remember, when you agree and disagree in your thesis statement at the same time, you have to think of the main body. When it comes to writing the main body, it will get complex. So that's why I usually encourage my students in your thesis statement when you have the choice, because in some of the writing task 2 questions, you don't have a choice to agree or disagree, okay? But in some cases, you can. So in this case, just state your opinion in regards to whether you agree or disagree with the statement. Okay? Now, if you found this lesson useful, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share this video on all your social media platforms. Remember to subscribe and turn your notification button on, because I'm going to be uploading the second part of this discussion essay, and that is how to write the main body and the conclusion. Because remember, we said your writing task 2 should have an introduction, it should have 2 main body paragraphs and a conclusion. So the next video, I'm going to upload how to write the 2 main body paragraphs and the conclusion. Okay? Now, thank you very much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification button on, and share this video on all your social media platforms. Now, thank you very much, friends, and see you in our next lesson. Bye-bye.